Welcome to Egg Roll Day. I make 3 different kinds of egg rolls today. Some of them typical, some of them not. So we start off, I shredded some fresh green cabbage and some carrot. It's our base for 2 of them. Okay, there's our cabbage and carrots. This first one is going to be pork egg rolls. So I've got some ground pork, unseasoned, that I cooked off. Add that in there. And then for this one, I took quarter cup of soy sauce, quarter cup of water, half a teaspoon of cornstarch, put it in a pan, brought it up to a boil just to thicken it, and then cooled it off. So that is our moisture ingredient in these. The reason I do this, thicken it a little bit, is to make sure it binds to the cabbage and to your meat and everything in here. This also has ground black pepper in it. So basically it's all the seasoning you'll need. You just want to make sure things are coated fairly well on that one. Okay, then moving on. I took some of our leftover short ribs that we did yesterday, chopped some up, added some of the leftover gravy to that, and then also shredded some extra sharp cheddar. So we'll add a little bit of this, not your typical egg roll. I think we'll add a little of our soy sauce mixture to this one also, for a little extra moisture and a little extra seasoning. Should be enough. A lot of this is just by feel, making sure that you have enough of things in here, and make sure that that rib meat is incorporated. One of the things I really like to do is see what all I can make out of leftovers. So we have a few more leftover adventures coming up. That'll involve some more leftover rib, a little leftover mashed potato, things you might have around. Okay, then we're going to add a little bit of chopped green onion to both of these. Again, boosting that flavor a little bit. Make sure we're all mixed together. One thing you can do if you don't want to do the soy sauce mixture, you can also just buy bottled teriyaki sauce and use for this. Okay, move those off the board. So our egg roll skins, egg roll wraps, wonton wraps, whatever you want to call them, that I bought from the store. So you want to position these with one of the points pointing towards you. Then what we're going to do, this is 1 egg beaten and half a teaspoon of water in it. And we're going to coat 2 sides of this. This is what will help them seal, so you don't lose all your fillings. Filling mostly to the center, a little bit closer to you than to the other side. Don't want to overfill, don't want to underfill. Once again, exact measurements are hard to come by. Take the point closest to you, pull it over, bring your sides in, and then roll. There you have an egg roll. Put them over here on the pan. I'll do 3 of each kind. And put them onto a pan with the seam side down to encourage them to seal. Oh, filling's trying to poke out. So I'll fix that. I'm going to double wrap this one. So we don't want all that filling coming out when we start the cooking process. Put it in and over. It'll take a little longer to cook, but it'll all be fine. Done this for a lot of years. These are a little bit delicate, so a little bit careful with them. Same procedure on all these. A little repetitive, I know. Now we're going to switch to our beef short rib filling. Same procedure. Over. Fold them in. Roll it up. You can really put just about anything you want to in these. You can certainly make them totally vegetable if you want. Just choose whatever vegetables you like, chop them up, add them to the cabbage mixture. And one more of those. You certainly don't need to make 3 kinds at a time either, like I do. Just choose what you want, make that one. Or you can make 10 different kinds. Okay, now we're going to totally switch gears here. I do have these in a plastic bag. Once I open them, I put them in a Ziploc bag. Keep them fresh. They'll go back in the refrigerator or the freezer. Okay, here's the total switch over. I took 1 Granny Smith apple, added about half a cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, and cooked that up a bit, added some cinnamon, and 2 teaspoons of flour, and let that cook to thicken it up a little bit. Chilled it down. And this will be our caramel apple egg roll. Can use boughten pie filling if you want. Make sure you chop it up. Sometimes it has a tendency to be a little too wet, but it's worth a try. One more. See, I'm going to have leftover here. So one of the things you could do with that, you could take your cabbage mixture, make some coleslaw out of it. Just make a dressing and put on it. Or you could take all of your savory ingredients, not the sweet ones, mix everything together and do a little stir fry. Nothing ever goes to waste. Okay, got my egg rolls ready to cook. So let me get set up with some oil and we'll proceed from there. We've got oil in a pan here, heated up to about 350 degrees. I used my trusty old candy thermometer to tell me that. It's a great place to start with these. So we're going to start with the pork egg rolls. Gingerly drop them in. In this size pan, we can easily get 3 of them in there. Sounds like we might have a little filling coming out. That's okay. Holding them down a bit so they get equally cooked all the way around. It's really hard to get them to roll over. Nice and brown, crispy. That one's done. I have a rack over here, and another sheet pan. I prefer to use a rack instead of paper towels. Sometimes paper towels can hold that moisture and the bottoms will get a little bit soggy on them. Okay, first 3 done. And we're going to move on to the beef short rib. You can also air fry these if you don't want to mess with the oil. Or you can also bake them in a really hot oven on the rack. This is the method I've always used, so it's hard to break away from things sometimes. Maybe next time I'll try the air fryer, see how that goes. Same process. I'll make sure they get nice and brown. it's time for caramel apple. Like we got one unfolding a little bit there. Let's give them unfolding a little bit. Let's see where we go with this. Doesn't do any good to panic. Still got our filling in them. Just had one flap that unrolled on those two. The other one is cooking just great. Maybe not quite enough egg wash. Take these out and flap. It's getting really done. That unfolded there. Okay, the last one is done. Only step left is the tasting. All right, let's see what we've got here. Let's start with one of the pork. Oh yeah, nice and crispy. Gorgeous inside. Guess I'll have to taste it. Fantastic. Okay. Next, we will try one of the beef. Perfect. This is just what you want to see. Let's taste this one. Even better than the pork. And lastly, caramel apple. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, absolutely great. So I just have to taste it. Yeah, really good. And these that opened up a little bit in cooking, absolutely fine. This would be a great place to put a little whipped cream when you serve it. Same thing with the other one. Or break that off, you've got a fried wonton. One of the things I did also, I made a little apricot sweet and sour dipping sauce, almost like a duck sauce. Took a cup of apricot preserves, added a little bit of warm water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, and 1 teaspoon of soy sauce to make this. And then combined it, warmed it up just a little bit, chilled it down. We'll try that too. Really good. Hope you enjoyed Egg Roll Day. And let us know what you'd like to see in the future too. Should we do more desserts? Should we do more exotic items? Let us know what you want to see, because that's what it's all about, because this is not my first kitchen.